Since I'm having my coffee break from cleaning, I thought I'll hit the record today and make 3 videos. And why not? Because a thing that came to my mind was my mother, parents. I remember last time they were leaving. I live at my parents' flat. My parents live in Norway. My brother lives in Norway. They've been there for 10 years. I've lived in London for 11 years and came back almost 3 years ago. Came back to Lithuania to this flat. And there was a big shift happening. Especially I've noticed with my parents because they're getting older. They're not old. Like even my grandparents, I still have 2 grandparents. And grandfather is a bit older, but grandmother, it's a mom's mom and dad's dad are still alive. So, and they live all in the same town, basically. So 10 minutes, like 1 minute away from each other. And so it's very like the climate is very, the emotional climate is very like triggering sometimes it's very good, but like the closeness sometimes it can like suffocate you. It's almost like you don't miss anybody, you just want to be left alone. Like I just want to be left alone, to my own devices, painting, whatever. But I thought I'm gonna make this video because I thought of my mother, who last time when I was leaving was like crying. I was leaving the house, but I wasn't leaving the town. They were leaving, but I had to leave first. So when I left and I saw them crying, I cried a bit as well. And I don't know, it's like before, when I used to fight with my parents a lot because of how I was as a young adult. I don't think that there was I thought that there were strong emotions like anger, but when you have loving relationship with somebody, it's even harder to leave them. But when we were like, battling against each other, they weren't crying when I was leaving. It's almost like they weren't loving me, but it wasn't the love that was when the person leaves. It's almost like a relief. But now it's like I have more negative thoughts about it. I have more thoughts about the whole relationship with parents, but I have more thoughts, but the emotions are like, they're starting to come out. I'm starting to feel as I'm getting more sober and I'm recovering from like, I don't know, it's nearly 40 days, but it's not my first time getting sober. I've been trying to get sober for 3 years, more than 3 years now. And I have a relapse every 6 months. So I'm trying to figure out what's the issue here. And I think I'm getting more emotional as I'm communicating better with them. And they are getting more emotional. It can be good emotions, it can be bad, but it's still emotions, it's still feelings, we're still investing in it, investing something. And even if it's bad, sometimes I think it's good. So I guess that's what I wanted to mention, because they'll be here in like an hour. This is funny. Look at my huge cup. Is it a big cup or is it a small cup? Quite funny. It's just an espresso, but it quite looks big when it's like right here. Okay, a little detour. Yeah, so I guess even any emotions are good emotions. That's my conclusion for this talk. Um, any emotions are good emotions. As long as they're emotions, as long as they're feelings, as long as there's something. I grew up with my dad being away quite a lot, and I don't know how to deal with it when he's around. I get paralyzed. You know, I feel like I'm paralyzed. I can't speak sometimes. I can't say what I want to say, but I'm on some medication. Flunxol is one of them, and that's supposed to be helping with overload of thoughts. So I hope that um, I'll be able to communicate what I want to communicate to my dad. If I get apathic, like apathy. I get like that sometimes. I'm like, I don't even want to talk about anything in general at all, you know? So we will see how it will be happening now. Um, so that's what I wanted to say for this video. And my daily videos are getting, the amount of them is getting bigger, but I think it's better. I think I'm realizing more stuff, and the more people are watching, the more feedback I get, the better it gets. So if you have anything you want to comment, feel free. I'll be waiting and I'll respond to every single one of you. I can now. Maybe I won't be able in the future, but I can now, and I read every single comment. And it's really like YouTube community, even though I have 13 subscribers at the moment. I got more love than from thousands on Instagram. So it's a very warm community. I feel like we're living in a new age. It's nearly 2025. I mean, it's amazing what we're going through, but it's also very scary. You know, machines are literally taking over, and I don't know, maybe we won't be making paintings soon. What's the point? But then again, I'm doing these videos and people are listening. So I'm glad. So it will be a shorter video, and I think I will just call it parents. So any emotions are good emotions, but good emotions are better than the bad ones, I think. Lots of love to you. Lots of love to everybody who's listening. And I hope you have a wonderful day. It's time to go outside soon. Take care. Peace.